it looks like I've quietly solved all my Builderius UI problems. In the community, we've been talking about how powerful Builderius is, how it has completed the builder developer workflow, but the only limitation that we've been seeing so far is the UI. And so I went hard at work with my trusted friend, Claude and Novamira, and I was able to add some new features into the Builderius UI. So let's take a look. So here we have two Builderius interface instances. The first one is using the current UI, and then the second one is my modified UI. So now let's look at some of the improvements that I've made. The first improvement is with the Navigator tree. In the old UI, each element in the Navigator tree has three different things that identifies it. So first we have an icon, then we have the label, which by default will be the HTML tag of that element, so like main, the div, and so on. Then we have the class name. And this is all fine and good. It's good to see all of these items, but do we really need to see the class name? Especially when we have multiple classes, the class name starts to cut off and then it becomes difficult to read. So what I've done is I've simplified it and I've made it just have the HTML tag and the label. If there's no label, then ignore that part and then just show the HTML tag. So now it's now easier to quickly read through all of the items and see where each item is. So you can see the first one is main, then we have the section that has a label of hero and so on. So it's easy to just scan through. We don't need to see the class names. Or what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Do you expect to see the class names when you are in the UI of the Navigator? I don't know. Okay, then the next bit of improvement that I've made is in how we are able to collapse the elements. So in the previous UI, if you go in, we had a button that can collapse the elements and expand the elements. But all it did was it either collapses everything or expands everything. But we need a middle ground because typically we want to be having the main tag open, but just the sub items to be collapsed, like the sections within the main. We don't want just everything collapsed. They were not really seeing all of our information. So what I've done is I've added two bits of buttons. The first one is to expand all, which is what we already have. And then the second one is to just collapse the subtrees. So the parent one will remain intact, only the subtrees will now be collapsed. So we can now see the sections easily. Then we can go ahead and work on the exact section that we want to work on. We still have the other icon to expand all and collapse all. So that is still there. But if you want to just expand the subtrees, then we can use the expand and the collapse of the subtrees. So that's another improvement. Then the next improvement that I added was in the context menu. I know the context menu is quite good already. If you right click, you see that we have a few items within the action center. We have duplicate, copy, paste, remove, create components, and others. And this is all good for most workflows, but it's still lacking some bit of UX improvement that can help the users to speed up their workflow. So what do I mean? Let's go over to the revamped UI. And now if I right click, you see that we have more options. We still have the duplicate, the copy, the paste, the remove that we're used to. But then we have extra. We have a rename so that we can easily rename an item directly from the Navigator. So if I click on it, we can easily rename that item. So instead of hero, I can say hero 1, enter. And now the label has been changed to hero 1, both in the element settings and in the Navigator. So it's easy to see. If I right click again, other options include to expand the children, and that will just expand the children of that section. All the other sections will remain collapsed. So it's quite handy. Then we have a wrap in. So we can wrap in a div, in a template, and in a collection. I'm still working on it because right now it needs to reload the page before you see the wrap. So we'll check that later. We can also see the other option that was there before. So you can see save to, but I've now added it into a subsection. So it's easy to scan through all of my items on the page. So that's it for the context menu. Then the other bit that I've added is I just made the general UI easier to see. So if you notice, if I go back to the previous one, you can see that like I'm selecting the elements right now. But the only way we can see that I'm selecting the element is that the label is a bit brighter than the other labels. So it's a bit hard to know what you are highlighting. But now with the new revamped UI, we have this underline or this border bottom, and you can clearly see what option is active. So now elements is active, selectors are active, the CSS vars are active, and so on. So it's very easy to see. That's also the same thing when you go to the element settings. So now we know we're on the content. If I go to styles, it will also go to the styles and show you the tab. And speaking of the styles, I've made one big improvement which I've been asking for so long, and that is I have now made it that the style just automatically goes to the CSS tab. So I don't have to be worried about seeing that UI anymore. I know the UI is great. A lot of developers want to see the UI, but for me, I prefer to write all of my CSS directly in code. So if we go into like the page content, okay, there's no style there. Let's look for something that has a style, maybe the hero. Go to the hero section. You can see the style was applied to the hero section directly. So that is something that I've been wishing for, and I've made it possible in the builder. I know the team will not really like to see this because I added a lot of colors to indicate the different styles. But for me, I really like this compared to the other UI where if I want to go ahead and access the code, I'll have had to go to the hero, then I'll click on styles, then I'll click on the CSS tab at the top before I now finally see my CSS styles. And that was a long process. I know with the UI, you see your styles there and you can always see where you put position, relative, and all of that. That is good for people who prefer to use UI. I like to write my CSS in code. So I've now made it that the code is the default. And I've also added a nice way to switch between global template and the local level CSS and to know which one I'm styling at each given point in time. If I'm styling the global, it is orange. If I'm styling templates, it will take a few seconds and then you see it turns to green and I know I'm styling the template level. And if I want to style on the local level, I just need to deselect my class and it now goes to local. It always shows you the label of what is the currently active one within the left label badge. So I'm still working on the best way to show it off, but this is what I found so far that works for me and it's quite nice. So if I want to go to the global, I just click on the class name. And right now I'm in template level. If I want to switch to global level, just click on the global to take about 2 or 3 seconds right now. And then we get to see the global level and I can style them however I want in code and it works. So I can come to the hero and say, I want the background color to be red and the background becomes red, but I don't want that. So let's delete that. And there we go. So that works. I've also added a way to expand and collapse. So if I want to expand it, I just click on the expand button and it makes it wider. If I want to collapse it, I just click on the button again and it collapses the panel. So makes it easy for me. There are still some things that I need to tweak, but yeah, overall it works. I've also made sure that the colors are a bit easier to see for me. I've also added some other improvements, like I've added some tooltips to all of the icons. Because if you see in the previous version, if I hover over any of the icons, you never really know what that icon does. It's there, but you don't really see it. The only way you see labels or tooltips are for the favorite icons. But now I've made it that all the icons have tooltips. So if I see the first one, it shows, okay, widen the panel for the CSS editor. Easy to see. If I go over to any of the icons here, the preview page in the new tab, if I go to the other icon, it tells me exactly what I want to do, hide side panels, and so on. So right away, I can easily know what I'm doing. And it is very easy to see and you don't make mistakes. So that's something I've done to improve the entire UI. Let me know if you think these improvements are worth it. And finally, the last improvement that I've made is, you know that bar at the top of the page? Previously, it only showed you, let's go to the previous version. If you go to any template and you click on that bar, all you see is development site version, live site version. So you can switch between the dev site and the live site. So this is what people are seeing on the live preview, but in the development, there's something different. Those were the two options and they're nice. But what if I want to just quickly go into the template and edit the template? How do I do that? So I'll go ahead and close my other tab first. Let's go ahead and close it. Then if I hover, you now see this edit template home. If I go ahead and click on it, it will open the builder and it will show me the current template that is applied to whatever page I have open. So that is a nice quality of life, a handy workflow tool. And I also added another nice feature, which is as long as I'm in the same browser and I maybe for whatever reason I opened another page, so let's say properties or even the same page, but I already have the builder open and I go over to that top bar and I try to edit the template, you give me a warning that, oh, the builder is already open somewhere. So know that. So you already know that, okay, the builder is open somewhere. You can now go back and close that builder, or you can just cancel instead of allowing it to open the builder. So it gives you a warning that the builder is open. So that's something handy. So yeah, those are some of the new features I've added. Let me know in the comments which other feature would you want to see added into the Builderius UI. I also added a Control Z, just a basic one. The team are working on a more fully fledged improvement, but I just wanted to show some of the things that can be done by you using something like Claude or Codex or one of these AI tools to give you quality of life improvements to the builder. And yeah, this is something I've achieved in a couple of hours, but I know there are still some bugs. It's not as efficient as it will be if the developers themselves work on it. But these are things that are just making my own life easier. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and don't forget to write in the comments what you feel should be added as improvements in the builder. I'll see you all in the next video.